tell you though, I hope you appreciate this, man. I hope this guy on the telephone is here. He came the first time in Susan.
Take copious notes.
Is she?
Here she
Oh,
is.
good. You want to get this? And there's Joan. I mean,
Thank you. Very well. Nice man. Nice man. They're built up.
have we got everybody? Joan.
I'll get out of the way.
All around. Everybody's here. Can we get a few people from down the street, please? Not today. Okay, Joan.
Joan, pay attention.
Joan. Right here, Joan.
Pay attention, Joan.
Okay, get a shade.
We would like to come over here. I know you're looking like you don't understand this at all.
I don't know what's going on.
Every year when we have the block party, we try to acknowledge one of the neighbors who has done something extraordinary. And Joan is a woman who's very quiet. She never says a word. She tells nobody nothing. This woman, you would not believe the energy, the charity, and the friendship she demonstrates to most of everybody here. It's been a long time coming, and we want to acknowledge Joan, who is our good neighbor of the year.
Thank you, Judith. Joan. This is not like Desperate Housewives where the lady is always watching what's going on. I love that show. And she's spying on all the neighbors. That's not about you. We have a presentation for you. A certificate of recognition is hereby presented to Joan Wagner. I commend you for your efforts to improve the quality of life in the Woodford Manor neighborhood. Thank you for taking the time to assist your neighbors during this time of need. And you may not know it, but Joan's going to pay for all the street paving here. Let's get, Jude, come on in, let's get for a picture. Turn around.
This way.
There we go. Here we go.
He wants you in, I think.
Photo. Over this way? Okay, here we go. We're not done, there's more.
Hello.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh my goodness.
Or one more. 1, 2, and 3. All right.
Paparazzi.
Perfect. Okay, I better get back to barbecuing. How are you?
Good, you too.
Okay, a few words from Joan, who's, what are you laughing for? You shouldn't be laughing, you shirt maker. If you need shirts making, this is the shirt maker right here. Joan.
I don't know what to say other than thank you so much. I am absolutely humbled by this. I love living here. I love the people in this village. I call it my village. It's where I live, where I've lived for many, many years. I've raised my children, I have wonderful friends in the neighborhood. It's marvelous. And I thank you for being who you are and for making this place a wonderful place to live. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Joan. Well, how many years do you live here, Joan? How many years?
41.
41 years.
Good job, right?
In this village, 41 years. And 41 years ago, I joined the Los Angeles Police Department. So while this village was just being built, I was a policeman down in the southern part of the city and then worked my way up, ended up in the San Fernando Valley, so 41 years ago. And we can imagine the farms out here 41 years ago, the lack of streets, street lights, sidewalks, shopping centers.
I was
So
worried
this-
you were going to say I graduated junior high.
Who, you?
No, you.
You graduated junior high 41 years ago?
No, I moved here 43 years.
43 years ago.
But
So you were definitely pioneers. Pioneers
but
in the
I thought
valley.
you were going to say, oh, 47, that's when I graduated junior high.
Oh, no.
That's what I was going to say.
45 years ago. I used to farm this area.
A farmer back in, okay, if you want to go to the farm now, Pierce College has that wonderful Victory in DeSoto where you can get fresh tomatoes, strawberries. growing right there, corn.
Used to do that at Topanga Canyon.
Used to do it in Topanga. You just pick it and grow it and have a good time. So there's a lot of pioneers here in the valley, and the reason I come out here every year is because it brings me back to what a neighborhood's all about. When neighbors can come out and talk and visit, and children can play, and people from all parts of the world move to Los Angeles and they settle in a community. That's what this is about. If you look around, you'll see people from different parts of the world, different ethnic groups. That's what it's about. And that's what makes us such a strong community, where you don't see this in other parts of the world. And I visit other parts of the world. I've been to places where everyone looks the same. Here you don't have that, and that's the unity and that's the strength that we have. So I come out here to show my support because it's a proud day when we can gather together as a community. Being a native of this city, growing up in the Hollywood area, and then coming here and living in the valley for many years, and being the elected representative, the council member, this is what inspires me when people get together. Now, we have streets that have to be repaved. We've paved half of them. As I said, we've done half the job. We're going to finish the rest of it. Mr. O, correct? And yeah, Joe's paying for it. Yeah, right. Well, actually, we're all paying for it. If you look at your taxes, you know you're all paying for it. And you're paying for your car registration, you're paying for the sales tag, you're paying for everything. I'm a no tax kind of guy. I think we've taxed ourselves out of business, but that's a whole other story.
Yes.
So this wonderful gathering, we want to continue, and I know it costs money to put it together. It cost about $2,500. And the city sometimes amazes me. A group comes together, they want to block off the street so the kids can play and everybody has a good time. And if we look at how much it would have cost for the last 3 years for the barricades to block off the street, $3,800. We've absorbed that out of my office, so it doesn't have additional cost for you, $3,800.
Here, here.
And to me, it's a no-brainer. Why should we charge you to have a community come together in your own backyard? It makes no sense. So, as you know, sometimes the city doesn't know what they're doing. And you're all pitching in. I see the signs up, give a donation, write a check, help out. Someone's paying for the food, someone's paying for the ice, someone's paying for the devices, the whatever they keep call those things for the kids. Things that we didn't have when we were growing up.
Yeah.
You know, in the farmland where you pick the corn and you walk to school in the snow, you know, all kinds of Oh, we didn't have snow in Los Angeles back then.
Uphill both ways.
That's what I used to tell my kids all the time.
Chicago. But I have what's called a discretionary account where we can put in dollars for different projects and different programs. And while we've taken care of the streets for the permits to help offset the cost for this year and to help you next year, I'm going to kick in $1,000 to give for this group party to make it happen again. Because I want to see it continue. And if every neighborhood came together like this, we have a fantastic community. A couple before I have one more presentation. Every morning I walk with a couple of folks in the neighborhood. We meet at Platt and Victory. Used to we walk at Lanark Park, but we changed our route. We meet at Platt and Victory, and then we walk up Platt to Van Owen, over Van Owen to Fallbrook, down Van Owen, down Fallbrook to Victory and back. So it's a 3.3 mile walk. We do that. It's not bad. We do that every single day, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. And what we're finding is we're losing weight, feeling better. But as we're walking down the street, we see all these illegal postings on telephone poles. Whether it be the person selling their car or someone's trying to do whatever, we rip those off. And what I encourage you to do in your neighborhood, as you walk in the neighborhood and those postings on telephone poles and streetlights, rip them off and throw them in the trash can. And I'm thinking if every person in the community did that, we would look like a nice, clean community, because they're all illegal postings. And I do have what's called my posse program, where people in the community come together. We have a training with the fire department, police department, and other city entities to show you what you can do to improve your neighborhood. And if anyone's interested in that, it doesn't matter how young or old you are, but if you're walking in your neighborhood, you should be able to have the nice neighborhood that you want. Nice, clean neighborhood, paved streets, nice sidewalks. That's what we want to do. So I invite you to do that, and when you're walking down, you see those illegal postings, don't be hesitant to rip them down. If anyone gives you a hard time, say, Councilman Zine authorized me. I'm authorizing all of you to do that. To keep our neighborhood safe, to keep our neighborhood clean. And we have the final presentation, our annual Happiness is 2009, the block party.